So basically, I call this the homeowner incentive program, where everybody wins, including the homeowners.
A couple things I don't like about this deal is giving power to the people, because no matter what people think their house is worth, it's always worth a little bit less than what they think it's worth in their mind.
I suspect that you put this all together last minute to try and get on here quick.
So I actually like this deal. The question I need to understand really, really good is this. When do I get my money?
So 4 to 8 months.
He's not taking no for an answer. That's my kind of guy.
Warning. All lenders are professional Canadian real estate investors who invest their own money into these deals. Every pitch is made cold, and every lender will make offers at their own risk.
3 investors: Ben Mirzan, Matt McKeever, and our guest investor will watch as entrepreneurs present their deals with only one chance to make the pitch. Brought to you by Cashflow Tribe.
What is going on, everybody? It's your man, it's your boy, Daniel Blagrove, hitting you with another opportunity for you to see what it looks like for Cashflow Tribe to disclose what it looks like to do deals. Ladies and gentlemen, if it is your first time, my name is Daniel Blagrove. I am the host of The Pitch, brought to you by Cashflow Tribe, Canada's number 1, not 2, real estate community anywhere. And so I definitely want to welcome you. Let me know in the chat. What's up, Mike Nowicki? We got Gracia, Jan Carpenter. What's up? It's good to see everybody. I'm excited. Steven, what's up, my man? Let me know where you're tuning in from. Drop the cities, drop the province. I want to know because we got people from all over Canada tuning into our episodes. And so it's so cool to engage with y'all. And I'm excited because this one's going to be a little different. We're not just having one guest investor. We're having 2 on our show tonight. And it's going to be super fun, super cool because we got a whole different personality coming on. And I'm ready to rock and roll with y'all. And so I got to shout out one city in particular as y'all are dropping it in below. I got to put Timmins on the map because the pictures who are coming on tonight, they are going to be hailing from that town. And so I got to put Timmins on. They're going to put on a show, put on an opportunity to show you what it looks like to raise the capital and to bring home the deals. All right. And so I hope you're doing well. Let's get right into it, guys. And for those who don't know about Cashflow Tribe, it's a real estate online community. This is where you be able to get all the information, the community, the connection, and the ability with confidence to do deals if you're looking to do your first or your next deal. So here's the deal, guys. What I want you to do is I want you to go to cashflowtribepitch.com, cashflowtribepitch.com. Go to that website, grab a free membership, guys, free membership. And what I'm going to do at the end of this stream is the one winner is going to win $200 for grabbing a free membership on cashflowtribepitch.com. All right. So the last time I checked, grabbing $200 for a free membership, that is a nice return on an investment, if you ask me. And so if you're brand new, grab a free membership, cashflowtribepitch.com, and you'll be entered in a draw to win $200 cash at the end of this call. But I hope y'all are ready because I gotta bring on the guest judges, the guest investors, the one who got the money to spend tonight. All right. So I gotta bring on the one, the only, from the blue corner with over 70,000 subscribers on YouTube. You already know him. He's the man, the myth, the co-founder of Cashflow Tribe, Matt McKeever.
Awesome. Hey, Daniel. Really excited for tonight's episode. Last week, I was able to do a deal, so hoping we can find another deal, or otherwise, I guess I'll buy more Bitcoin.
Achieving financial independence and quitting his day job at the age of 31, serial entrepreneur and angel investor Matt McKeever is Canada's leading real estate investor on YouTube. With a portfolio of over 150 units, Matt shares his wisdom with his growing following of over 70,000 subscribers and over 4.5 million views.
All right, guys, I need to make sure that Matt ain't looking at Bitcoin with all this real estate that's on in this country, okay? So I'm excited to see what's going to come out of Timmins tonight. But before we get to that, I got to bring on one of our guest investors, judges. He You may not know him, but you may know him. He goes by the 7-2, but let me break it down for you. He is the co-founder of Clydesdale Capital Group and is popularly known as the 7-2 mindset investor. With 23 years in high-ticket sales and in medical devices and real estate investing, he has closed more than 83 million in sales. Listen, the forecast for this year is to hit 100 million by the end of 2021. He specializes in large multifamily apartments and is projected to purchase and move over 20 million in apartments nationally this year in 2021. He is the host of the 7-2 Mindset Investor podcast and calls himself the 7-2 Mindset Investor because the 7-2 hand is the worst hand in poker. And in poker, one can fold their bad hand, but in life, just like in poker, you can't control the hand you're dealt, but you can control how you play that hand. This is why he goes by the 7-2 Mindset Investor. I got to bring him on, the one and only Mark Smith.
Yo, what's going on, all? Good to be back. Good to be back. Pinch hitting for the man, Ben, humble CEO. Good to see you, Matt. It's going to be exciting. Battle Royale here. So I love what Matt said. Either he's going to put money into Bitcoin or something today. I'm a fiduciary of our money here, so I'm looking at my investors, letting me know they have some money they want to play with today. So we got some fun money. Let's go.
That's awesome. I love it. And the biggest important thing is, listen, do you hear what's going on here? Matt has money to lend. Mark has money to lend, and they got to put it somewhere, guys. So the question is, will it be one of our guest pitchers tonight? Will we evaluate deals so much so that someone is willing to lend a deal over Bitcoin? That is the question tonight in the case for Matt McKeever. But before we get there, there's just one more person, and I got to save the guest investor, the one who you may not have known before, but I got to introduce you to her. Her name is Emma Pace. She is a top producing realtor with over 90 million in sales, helping buyers, sellers, and investors just like you, helping move real estate. She specializes specifically in the downtown condo market. And in recent success, she has been able to accumulate Zookasa's GTA Regional Champion, a Platinum Agent Award, and Top Listing Agent. These are some big name awards in this building. She is a high-touch agent known for her extensive knowledge and devotion to her clients. Emma's business success has been a result of a clientele base driven by positive referrals. She takes a candid approach to real estate sales, and her focus is on education and transparency, one of our core values at Cashflow Tribe. I want to bring her on. Her name is Emma Pace. Come on now.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for having me. Matt, Mark, how are you guys? Good to see you. Daniel, thanks so much for the intro. I'm looking forward to looking at some deals tonight. I've got some cash to invest with my team here, so we've got some money to put to good use, and I think we're going to go to bat for some deals tonight.
That's right. We're going to have two pitchers putting up some pitches tonight. So I got to know in the comments, guys, let me know. Do we have two deals? Do we have one deal? Or do we got no deals? And Matt's got to go to Bitcoin. Come on, y'all. I got to know what's the prediction. What is the outcome that you are anticipating today? That's right. Emma is a numbers girl. All right, T-Dot's in the building. Let me know because, listen, Mark, Emma, Matt, over the course of the past few episodes, we've been seeing all kinds of deals, right? And so I gotta put Matt on the spot real quick. What has been your overall view of these pitchers up until this point? What are some really good things that stood out to you, and what are some things we should look out for?
Yeah, definitely. Well, first things first, there's been a variety of deals, right? So we've really seen, the full gamut. We've seen people that I think were very prepared, had a very sound and fundamental business model. And then I think we've seen other people kind of quickly pull it together and just try and get our money real fast. I think the key thing here is one thing you'll notice about all of us, we're focused on more than just one deal. We all are looking for like an opportunity to make real money multiple times, have a serial relationship.
Absolutely. I see some people saying that there's one deal, there's two deals. Alex Solga said Bitcoin. I love it. I love it. All right, guys, we're going to get right to it. All right. Remember, Timmins is on for tonight. So I got to start with the first pitcher. All right. He was born and raised in Timmins, and he bought his first house at 19 years old, a complete gut job, and flipped that property. Coming from a family of real estate investors, he has flipped and sold about a dozen properties, and he's a realtor of 15 years and been dealing with both residential and commercial industrial space. He started a roofing company in 2019 to help facilitate the demand from his local community. I got to bring him on. He goes by the name of Jocko Bocage. Jocko, what's going on? And I got to know, first of all,
how's it going, guys? Yeah, you got it right. Yeah, it's good enough.
Come on, that's the first W tonight, guys. Let me see that in the comments. That's what's up. All right, listen, Jocko, you got 5 minutes uninterrupted for you to make your pitch to Matt, to Mark, and to Emma. The floor is yours in 3, 2, 1, go.
How's everyone doing tonight? I'm Jocko. I'm from Timmins. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Matt. It is quickly put together, but at the end of the day, guys, it's not about me looking for money. I'm definitely looking for a relationship. I've tied up a property last week. It's a 4-unit building, all 1-bedroom units. Current expenses for the building are running at $18,828 a year. Okay. Now, in the offer that I've got secured on the property, I've got a condition that the seller pay out a few of the expenses. She's got a contract on a boiler and hot water tank system that she's paying, or they're paying about $2,500 a year on. So when it closes, the expenses will be sitting around $16,309 instead of the $18,000. One of the units is actually in the process of coming vacant in the back unit. Plan on going in there, gutting it down, like strip redo, do some aesthetics also on the exterior of the building. For the rental rates on the property, currently, guys, there's 2 of the units that are rented out at $900 a month, everything inclusive. And then there's a tenant that's been there for over 10 years that's currently paying $815 a month, all inclusive. And the tenant that's moving out of the back space was paying $814 a month. Okay, so the current gross rent per month, we've got sitting at $3,428, and we're going to improve that with the renos to the building and boosting the back rent up from $900 to $1,000 a month. So conservatively calling it $950, and I've got some other ideas with furnished units. We're seeing a huge influx, guys, in the Timmins right now, and it's not just like, I'm not sure if it's COVID or if it's what's going on here in the local economy, but as a realtor, like I've got some multi-res that I've got for sale for clients, and I get probably 6 to 8 calls a day from out-of-town investors inquiring about rent properties. Maybe it's from Cashflow Tribe, which is awesome, but just a bit of insight into what's going on here. So essentially, I'm purchasing the building, guys, for $159,000. Okay, I'm looking to do renos between $25,000 and $30,000. There's improvements also that I want to look into with respect to the heating system. It's currently a gas boiler, and the hydro costs are currently pretty high considering that it's gas heat. So I want to do some upgrades there to try and reduce the expenses overall for the year. So I'm looking at it more long term for a few years anyways. So currently I've got a mortgage app out for 20% down, and then I'll cover the renovations and then refi it out in the end. Conservatively, the value when everything's complete, I'd say conservative would be $250 to $300, and possibly higher, guys. Like, I'm very conservative when I say that. The other thing is, there would be opportunity as the tenants come out to clean the other units up. A lot of the major renovations have been done. There's a brand new roof that was put on the building this year, and electrical is good. I mean, there's definitely some cleanup. It's in a decent location, and I'm open to options to work with one of you guys or all of you or see what's going on.
All right, awesome. So let me break it down real quick just to keep it simple for everybody. I'll give the high level numbers and then we can dive into the details. So you got a deal in Timmins. This is a 4-plex you're looking to purchase and to renovate. And what you're looking for is around between $185,000 to $195,000 for the deal. Is that correct?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys. Awesome. It's time to dive into it. Oh, sorry. You wanted to say something, Jocko?
Yeah, but here's the thing. At the end of the day, guys, like I'm not looking for anything for free. I've got money to put in. I've got the time. I've got a roofing company on the side, construction background, like a control. I have access to contractors and subcontractors to get some of the work done, if not doing it myself. I think there's opportunity here. I've got my eye on a few other properties. If there was capital to play with, then maybe make some money or yeah. So.
I love it. I love it. So before we get our thoughts on the deal, before we get questions asked, I got y'all to check this out. Let's go.
We will be right back after these words from Cashflow Tribe.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to The Pitch, brought to you by Cashflow Tribe, Canada's #1 real estate community. I want to remind you that if you want to hang out with us and get in deep to these conversations, understand what goes on behind the scenes within the minds of our investors tonight, I want to invite you to hang out with us in the dugout. This is a Zoom call right after this stream where you can connect with us, ask your questions, get engaged in really high level quality conversations. And all you need is to sign up with a free membership at cashflowtribepitch.com. And as a reminder, you will be entered in should you sign up to a $200 cash prize for you to be a part. So hang out with us, cashflowtribepitch.com. Check the link in the description should you look for more information. All right, boys. And Emma, we have to get to business. Emma, I'm going to give you the floor because I want you to go first. What questions or thoughts do you have to share? I believe you are muted.
There we go. Sorry about that. I got too many questions on this deal right now. Okay, so Jocko, appreciate the pitch. I'm going to go straight for the jugular right away. What's my return going to be, man? I need to know how I'm exiting this deal. What's the exit strategy, and when am I getting my money back on this thing?
Yeah, so I want to make it clear. Like I have the ability to acquire financing, but I'm more interested in like a partnership. Like if there's a rate of return, I would be open to put a number down, say $20,000, and you guys finance the difference of the purchase. I'll finance the renovations. I'll give you 5% a month on your money. Renos will take 4 to 5 months, and we'll finance you out. At the end, you get 10% of the return after the finance.
Okay, so 5% of the initial capital invested, and then 10% of whatever the total refi will be. Is that right?
No, it'd be 5% interest-only payments on your money that's out.
5% interest-only payments.
Yeah, for 5 to 6 months, probably less.
5 to 6 months. Okay, understood. What are the comps?
Okay, so comparables right now, they're changing daily, to be honest. Like in the last few months, like things have been being gobbled up, as I was saying earlier, just with respect to the market and locally, and the investors coming in from out of town. I had the opportunity to watch one of Matt's earlier episodes on YouTube, and Timmins as a community or our history, typically we prosper when markets elsewhere go down. So I mean, right now we're on the way up, but I mean, if ever there were to anything happen, historically we've actually excelled. So I mean, it's a safe bet to come put your money in Timmins. I mean, at the end of the day, the comps are coming in anywhere from like $200,000 to $300,000.
Okay, and what's the main driver in the economy there to like get these rentals filled?
That's a good question because like as far as the driver in the economy locally, we're a mining community. So we are a gold mining community. We've also got other resources like forestry that we have strongly. and that's a big one. That in itself, like there's, like when I tell you guys we're getting so many phone calls a day, and it's not myself, it's colleagues as well. Like I feel like there's big things coming for our community, and I'm just trying to get ahead of it. And before things really blow up, get my claws into a few properties, generate some cash flow, and possibly develop some other ones.
All right. I'm all good on my questions. Thanks, Daniel.
Thanks.
Okay, Matt, Mark, jump in on this. I need to hear the dialogue. What are y'all thinking?
Matt, go ahead, man.
Sure. So I was actually kind of chatting with my YouTube comment section while Emma was asking a couple of her questions. So I think I missed one or two key details. What was the exact proposal or ROI again?
Yeah, so like basically, guys, I've changed things around when I've decided to come and pitch you guys. I'm looking for a partner. I mean, as far as ROI, if you guys want to give me an idea what you guys expect, then I give you a response. But at the same time, like if someone wanted to come in with capital and I match some of the capital, then I'd be open to do a deal and we can make an equity split. Right now, I have the deal. I'm not interested in selling the deal outright, but I'm definitely interested in working with someone.
And so, like, are you looking to build a large buy and hold portfolio? Are we looking to like flip to retail investors, or?
So maybe a mix of both. Like I think I'd like to buy and hold for a while and generate some cash flow, just as far as being here. Also with expenses, none of that accounts for the. I didn't account for 10% management fee. I plan on managing it myself. Like the snow removal, I would say would be an addition too, but that would be part of what I bring to the table. If someone was interested in doing short-term financing, that would be fine. Like I would look at doing 20,000 down for the balance of purchase to cover the renos, give you 5% interest-only payments until the renos are done and it's refied out, and then give you 10% of the equity part of the refi.
How many deals a month like this do you feel you could consistently get?
It's a good question. I mean, I'm constantly feeding deals to clients. I mean, it really depends. I've got a knack for finding deals that are off market now. I mean, I've been in the community most of my life now, being that I'm in the industry of being a realtor for 15 years. There's a lot of repeat business that comes around and just stuff that comes off market. And especially when the market is hot like it is, it's nice to have sometimes things in your back pocket.
Okay,
so, I mean,
cool.
as far as how many deals I could do, I mean, I realistically it would depend on supply, but I could find deals. But I mean, depending on what, anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 deals where we would go and do a renovation and generate good cash flow. And the rental rate right now is really, like, the rental rates are high and the vacancies are starting to drop.
And what's vacancy at?
So it's difficult here. There hasn't been a lot of CMHC like direct comparison in for Timmins, right? So I mean, a good friend of mine, he's a commercial AACI commercial appraiser, and we touch back and forth often for just information and feedback on different things. And I asked him the other day before starting to get ready for this, and he said anywhere from 4 to 5. But 3 years ago, or 4 or 5, say at the height of our market, the last round in 2014. There was a 0.01. Like it was ridiculous, and they put up 4 hotels in the period of 2 years because they were trying to accommodate all the influx of workers coming in. And we're on the cusp of that, and it's happening already. So I feel like the deals are out there. I mean, but as far as good ones and ones that make this kind of cash flow, they're going to be fewer and far in between.
Okay, cool. I'll let Mark jump in.
Come on, 7-2.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, Jocko. I want to say, first of all, thank you so much for coming on. I know it's not easy. And I've been on the other side, so I totally get it. And, Matt and Ben have almost made me cry, so I get it. So here's the deal, man. You know, it took a while to figure out what you wanted. And you know, so I'm still not clear. Like, I'm looking at it because you said you want to get it, like you're looking more for the relationship, which I totally get. Okay. So, but you're saying 5% on the money. interest only, and then a 10% on the equity. When I'm looking to pay to get in those rooms for relationships, I'm paying 20% interest just to get into a room because I want to be able to leverage the skills and the knowledge and the Rolodex of my mentors and so forth. Okay, so I think at 5%, for me, that's just way too low. Number one. Number two is the other. But before I even get to the other part of the deal, I have questions about Timmins. So first and foremost, the data. So you said you got it for 159. What's the fair market value on that deal? Is there any equity in there right now?
I wouldn't say at 159. No, I'd say it's pretty close to fair market.
Okay, cool. As far as you said that the after repair value sitting at between 250 to 300.
Yeah.
Is that based on you have some comps on this
Yeah, I've got comps. Like I said, I've been in the industry here selling properties for 15 years. And just based on the comparables that I've looked at and based on the numbers, I believe that we'd have an appraisal that would be in that range or higher.
Okay. What's the market rents right now for the 1 bedrooms?
That's a good question. I mean, right now, 1 bedrooms can fetch anywhere from $900 to $1,500 a month, depending on, there isn't a lot on the higher end, to be honest, because there isn't a lot of new construction or newer buildings, with the exception of a few that have been recently added to the local community. There's a builder that built built new units and did a great job.
Okay. What's your experience in this type of project? Like, have you done these projects before? We've gone and done the renos and created that lift.
Yeah, a few times. Like first one I bought, stripped it down to the studs, renovated it. I think I paid $27,000 for it. Probably spent $25,000 on it. Refied out at 80% loan of value for $65,000. I carried that, that was back when interest rates were like 5-7%, right? And my parents at the time were telling me that's great because they remembered back in the 80s when it was 18%. So that said, I've done probably 6 or 7 full gut renos. The house that I'm currently sitting in was probably over $100,000 renovation. It was stripped down to the studs. With my roofing company, I picked up some restoration work from a company. That's actually the reason I incorporated the business, is because I started getting a supply of work from a major restoration company. I took on a $120,000 labor contract with them to take out probably 36 trusses from a townhouse complex, to have them reinstalled, resheeted, full 180 bundles of shingles, soffit fascia around the whole building. There was 6 units. So I've got some experience, I'd say, for sure.
Okay.
My brother's a huge contractor, and we've pretty well grown up on this.
So I'm going to so I'm just going to go right for it right here, because as a fiduciary of my investors' money, when I pull up the CREA stats on Timmins, it says year over year. So from February 2020 to February 2021, there's actually been a decrease in average home prices by 0.7%. I'm shocked when I see that compared to other markets in Ontario. And we might see a blip here in the spring because people are looking, they got the itch because everybody's investing. So I better go invest because there's value in some of these markets. Mm-hmm. But as a fiduciary of my investors' money, knowing I got to pull that money out to redeploy is concerning. And the second thing is, when I look at the population stats, when I look at the Stats Canada, the population is on decline in Timmins. And it actually has it down year over year by 0.64%. So these are some things that are just alarm bells for me.
Absolutely, for sure. I understand. I definitely understand your position. I grew up in Timmins back when gold was at $400 an ounce. I remember a recessed market. I didn't have the pleasure of seeing Timmins on the actual boom through the 70s and 80s when they were doing 150, 200 houses being built a summer. Okay, I never had the opportunity of seeing that. The last time when I started in the business in 2006, the average price was $89,000. I did 45 ends and gross $90K. right? That's a lot of ends to have to do. Same work, you just get a shittier result, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of experience that I was able to gain. Fast forward to now, the average house price is a significant amount higher. The market slowed down here locally in 2014. I do believe that we're on the cusp of the next 1970s boom. That's what I think. There's a shortage of supply going on right now. And this could be COVID. This could just be, or like the investors calling in from out of town. That could be it. But I mean, it's gone from 0 to 150 real quick.
Now, at this point in time, we are going to move to the final offer stage. We've had the questions asked. We've had the questions answered. So now let me know in the comments. It's about to go down. Are we going to get a deal tonight, a partnership, a relationship that will go from deal to deal as per Jocko's pitch? So I got to start with Emma. Emma, you started off. I got to get you to let us know. Do you have an offer you wish to make, or are you out?
I got to be honest with you. I'm going to be out on this deal. To me, it doesn't seem like there's a clear enough path or plan of action for us to continue this on. It seems like this could potentially be a one-shot deal. And just based on, I got to be honest with you, with the ROI, I feel like I could find a similar ROI with the market that I'm currently in myself that I know very well and, in my opinion, has stronger fundamentals than Timmins right now. So just as a result of the combination of all of that, I'm going to be out, but I do wish you best of luck with this project. I think it will do well. It's just not the right fit for me.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
That's awesome. I love it. Now I'm going to move to Matt McKeever. Matt, from the blue corner, what do we have to present tonight?
Yeah, I definitely appreciate you coming on and pitching, and I get the sense or context that you maybe didn't have a lot of time to put together a formal presentation, so I can appreciate that. I'd like to think I really understand the mindset of the average investor, and so I could see a lot of capital choosing to flood into Northern Ontario because I regularly see investors naturally chasing returns. And so they naturally start looking at markets like your market. There was a point in time during COVID where I believe North Bay was the most searched city in Canada. So again, facts like that are interesting little data points that stand out to me. I could see a bigger opportunity here, but there's definitely a lack of clarity and a clear plan for me at this stage. So, if you put pen or a pencil to sharpener and spend some time and really build this into a business model, again, there could be something here where I've got lots of investors that are constantly looking for good cash flowing properties. So there could be an opportunity. But one other thought I've just got is like, if you've ever actually worked with a partner before and what those dynamics have been. Because again, it definitely didn't feel like you were trying too hard to pitch us on this one. It feels like you're quite confident that you can do the deal yourself. And so it's more just an FYI almost at this point to us. But again, appreciate you coming on.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, like it's not so much what the intent was. Like I really didn't know what I wanted to give up on the deal, to be honest. And I just appreciate the opportunity. Like I saw the show for the first time last week. I think this is great. I think what you guys are doing, it's awesome. Appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're muted, Daniel.
Good look, Matt. All right, the 7-2. I got to give it to you. What do we have coming? I'm going to say it's from the black corner tonight. What do we have from the 7-2 investor?
Yeah, man, I have full respect, man, for you for coming out there like that. I know you had a windstorm out there and all the other stuff. So I get it, man. You know what? I appreciate you putting your neck on the line because most people won't put their neck on the line just even to get a relationship. And I'm a big believer for those that show up, they get my respect. So for you to throw yourself out there on all these networks, on Matt McKeever's network, on Cashflow Tribe, everywhere to come out, you're in my respect, my friend. Second thing is, okay, I'm a big relationship person. So my handle there is on Instagram. I want you to connect with me because this deal is not right for me or my investors. But I do know people that are looking for cash flow. And I know people that may look at this deal and saying, hey, there could be an equity split just going in and out and also serving a relationship. So connect with me. I can't make any promises, but what I can promise you is I will connect you with people.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'll definitely be hitting you up.
Please do.
Jocko, That was an awesome pitch. We really appreciate your time for coming on, making yourself known to those who are watching tonight. I want to give you the floor real quick. Is there any words that you wish to share to everybody watching tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to say, everyone, what's going on? Anybody watching from Timmins? Hey, what's going on, Mom and Dad? You know what, guys? Like, at the end of the day, I hear a lot of people talking about the real estate market being on a bubble. You know, I'd be rather on a bubble in Timmins at 200K than 2, 3, 4, 5 millions and sitting in Southern Ontario. Thanks for the opportunity, anyways, guys. I appreciate it.
I love it. I love it. Jocko, we appreciate you. And we're definitely going to move on to the next pitcher. But I want to get the feedback from everybody in the chat. And while we're waiting for the comments to flow in, let me know, guys, would you have done that deal? What did you like about it? What didn't you? And I definitely got to say, he had a mama, I made a moment. I love that. That's awesome. But let's really break it down real quick. Emma, like just high level, because we want to save some goodies for the dugout. But what were some things that you kind of noticed that made you decide to be in or out of this deal?
I think, as we kind of discussed before, all three of us that are on this call are looking for long-term relationships. And I think one of the major components that I look for when I'm going into partnerships based on my previous experiences, someone that's going to come extremely prepared and show me, this is my very clear plan of action. This is what I need from you, and this is where I lack. And that's okay. Like, everybody has their strengths and their weaknesses, and I can appreciate that transparency. But I need clarity and a good plan of action, because based on my previous experiences, when things start to go south with partners, it's when there isn't that clarity and there isn't that transparency. And so I think, to be very honest with you, I actually don't think the deal was a bad deal. I think maybe it just wasn't presented in its very best light, and that's my honest opinion.
No, that's some great feedback. 7-2, what are some things you want to share to everybody based on the pitch that we just had?
Yeah, no, Emma's right on with that. The one thing is, and our next the next pitcher, I guess, is going to come out soon, so it's probably going to take these points real quickly here. But when on this show, I see this week after week after week. So I'm not sure if it's the nerves of those coming up to pitch their deal. It's like, be intentional and just start with what your ask is. Start with that. So right away, I already, my wheels are turning. So what's happening to me as an investor, I'm taking this chicken scratch and I'm running this, but I still don't know what I'm getting my hands into. So just that intentionality, come with a plan saying, this is exactly what I want, and be clear with that. It just speeds the process. So that's my only thing. I think he did a great job. I lacked the clarity. I just didn't know where this was going.
100%. We appreciate that. And Matt, before we move on to the second pitcher, want to give you the floor just to share some thoughts to everybody based on what we just witnessed.
Yeah, so just really building upon and reiterating what Emma and Mark both said, there's definitely potential in that specific deal and potential in that market. Again, a lot of investors naturally want to chase those sort of returns. But I think it's important to remember that, capital really chases confidence and competence. And so I think Jocko had the confidence, but there was a bit of a disconnect on the competence side just because the lack of preparedness. So again, had he been able to more clearly just break it down for us, and if he knew exactly what he wanted, I think sometimes coming into a negotiation and not knowing what you want can really be a tripping hazard for yourself, because then you get lost in analysis paralysis. And, when you kind of give us as investors a blank slate, we're going to naturally start getting really creative and going in weird directions you may not have intended us to. So it's better to really keep us on your narrative by just giving us one or two choices.
And with that, we got to move on to pitcher number 2. And I want to know, guys, what do you feel? We're down 1 right now, but I want to see how many people still think we got a deal going on tonight. Because remember, we got a lot of Bitcoin potentially on the line if we don't get one tonight. So we got to know in the chat where you guys are at. We got Emma, we got Mark, and we got Matt as the judges tonight, who will look to lend if the deal makes sense to them. And so I got to go on and bring the next pitcher. I'm excited because it's his first time on the pitch. I'm really looking forward to this one. I hope you're ready, because remember what I said. This is the Timmins Show. Shout out to everybody from Timmins. All right. The next person I got to bring on is 28 years old. He is from Timmins and went to Cambrian College in Sudbury for a power line technician course, where he worked in Fort McMurray and Northwest Territories, transitioning work with Hydro One for 4 years, where he made 6 figures a year, where he ended up quitting after 2 months, quitting 2 months before his Red Seal license. And why? It's because he went all in on real estate. He got the real estate bug and he said, you know what, screw it, I'm going all in. Not 99%, not 99.9%, 100. And as a result, in 1 year, he's been able to do 17 wholesale deals, transacting over $7 million in real estate with $600,000 in wholesale fees. I got to bring him on. He's the one. He's the only from Timmins, Tyler LaBreche.
Hey, man, thanks for pumping me up there. It's a great introductory. My name's Tyler. I'm also from Timmins myself. And like Daniel said, I moved down south a couple years ago to pursue business and real estate after I left my Hydro One career. Sorry, the mic is blurry here. But yeah, guys, definitely excited to be here. I definitely have a nice single-family home flip for you guys, and looking forward to this. Thank you.
All right. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're ready to go. We got another one on the table. Matt, Emma, Mark, I hope you're ready because we're about to get into it. Let me know in the chat, guys, where you're at. This is The Pitch, brought to you by Cashflow Tribe. So let's get it going. Tyler, you have 5 minutes uninterrupted for you to make your pitch, after which we will break it down, see what offers are made, and see what happens as a result. I hope you're ready because you're on in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, guys, thanks again. For some reason, my mic or my camera is very blurry. I don't know why. It wasn't like this all day. But yeah, guys, I have a single-family home wholesale/flip opportunity in St. Catharines. It also has potential to be converted to a duplex. I currently have it locked up at $420,000, and I'm assigning it for $500,000. This property for sure has potential to reach the higher 500s, over $600,000 plus. It has been recently renovated. The owner of the property is actually looking to sell this property because his daughter was supposed to move in. I'm not sure exactly the whole story, but she didn't end up moving in, and now he's looking to sell it. Definitely a great opportunity for someone to basically lock up the property, maybe put some siding on, paint the outside. You got to fix the fence, so there's not much work needed. The kitchen is nicely done. You have stone countertops. The basement also has a kitchen. Therefore, if you actually want to convert this to a duplex, you would just have to do the electrical, the firewalls, and all that kind of stuff. You'd have to put up a wall as well to separate the units. Definitely a great opportunity. Properties in this area fully renovated have been selling for 600 plus. That's because obviously the market's been really hot. It's in a great area. It's in Northwest Hague, close to the Fairview Mall, Food Basics, Home Depot, Shoppers Drug Mart. So great area. So yeah, sorry, Peter, if you want to go up a sec on the last slide. So yeah, like I mentioned, it's a 4-bed, 2.5 bath, 3-bed upper, 1 bed in the basement. So you have 1.5 bathroom upstairs, 1 bathroom downstairs. Like I mentioned, recently renovated. It's actually done pretty nicely. I'm very impressed with the work. There's a deck in the back, a front porch as well. Roof was recently done. 100 amp panel, recently been rewired. The gas furnace was put in a couple of years ago, so you wouldn't need to do anything like that. Vinyl flooring, cinder block foundation, really nicely done. And I know at the price point of $500,000, you could lock this up, literally put a little bit of landscape and exterior work into this. If you want to, I would convert this to a legal non-conforming duplex. You wouldn't have to spend too much money, and the ARV would be well above 6. There's a duplex that's sold roughly for $615. It's a smaller duplex, all siding. It's a legal duplex. There's also a single family home that's sold for 600 plus. So definitely lots of potential. The city zoning is zoned to become a duplex. It's actually zoned to be all the way up to a quadruplex, they call it. So definitely potential there. Big enough lot, parking for 4 people. So if you want to convert it to a duplex, there's enough room there. Rents that you would get from this would be $1,600 to $1,800 plus utilities for the upper level. And in the basement, you would get roughly $1,100 to $1,200 plus utilities. So you're looking at roughly $3,000 a month plus utilities to, if you converted this to a duplex and want to rent it out and then do a BRRRR, or if you want, just do some light cosmetic stuff, flip it, make a good 30, 40,000 plus in my conservative numbers. And yeah, so definitely huge potential here. If you kept it as a single family home as a rental, it would be renting out for about $2,400, roughly $2,400, maybe $2,500. It's in the nicer area of St. Catharines, in a nice area of St. Catharines, just below the highway. So definitely good potential here. And amenities, there's some right there. Jack Astor's, McDonald's, Esso, Kia, Chuck's Roadhouse. So it's not right downtown, and it's about 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes away from downtown. So it's nice. The university is about 10 minutes away, which is Brock University, has about 50,000 students. So yeah, guys, you won't need to do much work on this one. It's pretty well ready to go for you. So Pete, if you want to go to comparables. So yeah, these are some awesome comparables in comparison to this property I have. 146 York Street literally sold like 12 days ago, and it sold for $600,000. This is the best comparable I have. It's very identical to the property that I'm actually assigning. It has a little garage in the back that you can kind of see there. Very nicely done. It's actually got the quartz countertops in the kitchen. So you know that the work that was done was really nice. But it also sold for $600,000. So it had a finished basement as well. I don't believe there was a kitchen down there, but looks great. And I know that at my purchase price of $500,000, there's definitely room to play here. Like I mentioned, I locked it up for $420,000, so the assignment fee would be $80,000. And yeah, so that's definitely the better comp I have. 89 Griffith Street is actually not too far away. It's literally 50 meters away, so it's just right in the area. It sold in January for $625,000. Looking at the building, you can tell it is also a slightly nicer building, and it has a little garage. So this was nicely done as well. Building size 1,400 square feet, so just a little bit bigger than ours, I would say. I'd say ours would be around 1,300 square feet. So definitely a lot of potential. I'm very confident with this deal. That's why I have it at $500,000. So another little comp here. This is for the duplex. So this is, I believe it was a legal duplex, and it's not as big as our property, or it's roughly around the same size, and has a finished basement, and it just sold for $615,000. So definitely great potential. You literally just put, if you want to make it a legal duplex, you'd probably be able to put like $50,000, and it would go pretty far. And at that point, you could definitely get it appraised for above $600,000. I'm thinking if this got appraised for $615,000 in January, I'm thinking definitely above that. So, factor in, you buy it for $5,000, put $50,000 in work. There's a good margin there, and there's potential. Like if you don't want to burn it, you could sell it, or you don't want to convert it to a duplex, you could flip it. So this gives you opportunity in many ways. It's very flexible, good area. I have no question, no doubt in my mind that this will sell pretty quickly if you just literally clean up the outside and do some small renovations in the basement to make it a duplex. So if we could go down to the next one, Pete. So here's the property here. It's just messy a little bit, but these are stone countertops, literally nicely done. It's hard to see just by these photos here. I just want to make it nice and easy for you guys, but vinyl flooring throughout, really good condition overall. It literally just needs a good cleanup, right? As you can see in the bottom right corner there, that's the bathroom. Just finished renovating it a couple months ago. So basically ready to go. The strategies are there, which ones you want to pick. So, very nice and easy. So if you want to go to the next one. So this is the basement, also finished, new flooring, new bathroom throughout, and there's the kitchen there. So it's already ready to go. I'm just very confident with this deal right now at these numbers. It gives you options. So yeah, that's the property there. For anyone that's unfamiliar with St. Catharines, population of 150,000 people roughly. Vacancy rates are below 2%. And the main education would be from Brock University with roughly 50,000 people, I believe. And there's General Motors as well. And it's just a great, I'm very confident in this deal right now. So if you have any questions for me, guys, then let me know.
All right, Tyler, that is phenomenal. Thank you for the presentation. Now it's time to break it down. But before we do, I got y'all to check this out.
We will be right back after these words from Cashflow Tribe.
Tired of that old 9-to-5? Cashflow Tribe's free membership offers access to an online community of over 2,200 active real estate professionals looking to connect with like-minded individuals. Join and participate in weekly live training events that supply you with everything you'll need to stay up to date on the newest investing strategies and tactics. We provide you with the opportunity to joint venture, partner, and collaborate with experienced investors, as well as Canada's most powerful deal analysis calculator. Become a part of Canada's fastest growing community of real estate investors today.
Welcome back to The Pitch, brought to you by Cashflow Tribe, Canada's #1 real estate community, period. And so, guys, we are about to dive right into Tyler's deal. But before we do, I want to give you a reminder. We are doing a $200 cash draw for those who grab a free membership at Cashflow Tribe. You can do so by checking out the information in the description box or go to cashflowtribepitch.com. Cashflowtribepitch.com. Grab a free membership. You will be entered in to win a $200 cash prize. And now it's time to get right into it. I got to start from the blue corner. Matt, do you have questions? Do you wish to dive into this conversation right now?
No, I'm going to let the other investors jump in first.
I love it. I had a feeling. All right, so we're going to go right to Emma. Emma, I got to get your thoughts on this. How do you feel about this? And Mark, jump in when you want. Let's get some questions going. I think you're muted again.
I was going to say big respect to you, Tyler. This was a great presentation. Honestly, I thought it was very comprehensive and well thought out and very well presented. Overall, I do like the deal. I do have a couple questions for you, though. Looking at the margins on this particular deal, I understand that you're looking to make, pretty healthy wholesale fee, we'll say. Are you only interested in wholesaling, or would you be open to partnering on this deal?
To be honest, my main focus is wholesaling. I find it's just nice and easy for me to spend more time looking for more deals, and that's what I want to keep doing. I've had some good success with this, so I'd like to wholesale this. Okay.
So the one thing that I do like about this deal is that there's multiple exit strategies. Like if I want to buy and hold this thing, that's great. If I need to exit, it sounds like I can at least cover my downside. I'll be honest, I don't necessarily know if there's enough margin on this deal after paying the wholesale fee for it to be lucrative enough for me to bring to my partners and try and want to do. That said, do you have anyone in your network that you would be able to bring along with this deal from a contractor perspective to help make our job easier, considering the margins maybe not as high as what I would expect for a standard deal?
Yeah, I've got some great connections out in in St. Catherine area. They know the prices very well, like the rents and everything like that as well, if you wanted to convert it to a duplex. I also have a property manager out that way. He's done some contracting himself. He's done a couple duplex conversions, done a couple flips. He actually helped me estimate the renovation budget for the basement. So if you want to convert that to a legal non-conforming duplex, you're looking around like $10,000 to $15,000, and just needs like 15 sheets of drywall, sound barrier wall, insulation, all that kind of stuff. So we definitely have a good team out there. If you need any help, we could definitely set you up with someone, and the cost won't be too bad. He's got a good price. So
okay. And when are you looking to close on this?
This closes on the 6th of April.
All right.
It's a little bit of a quicker close, but there's still time to make it work.
Sounds good. Maybe we'll have to negotiate that into the price. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm all good on my question.
Think of the Bitcoin you could buy once you flip this.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see about the Bitcoin. I'm all good for questions. Mark, if you want to go ahead, go for it.
Let's go, 7-2.
Yeah, let's go. Like, first of all, I'm not about hope and skeptical stuff, so I'm not even going to talk about Bitcoin, okay? I want to talk about this deal. So you're saying this is a great deal. Nothing irks me more when someone says it's a great deal, but they don't want to keep it themselves. Like, that just, like, if this is that solid. So this is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to get right to it. Okay, so we know the close date's on April 6th. What is the budget you've put together for the remaining renos that are required there?
I would honestly say, like, it just needs some exterior work. If you want to put siding on it, the fence, stuff like that. I honestly think like $15,000, $20,000 would go pretty far on this property. It's literally been just renovated. You're basically just doing a good cleanup with some exterior work. Maybe you want to paint the stuck or the exterior, but overall, very little work needed. 15, 20K would go very far.
Okay, so I'm going to go 40K. Okay. Oh. No offense to you, Tyler. You're a great man. You're a solid dude, but I haven't seen it, so I'm going to double up. I rather hedge. Again, fiduciary my investors' money, okay? So when I look at this, okay, and now is the basement suite's not legal yet, right?
It is not legal yet, no.
Okay, and then on your comparables, you said there's some single families going for about $615.
Yeah, that one property on York Street, it actually sold for $600,000, and it was a 3-bed, 2.5 bath didn't have a kitchen in the basement, and was within a kilometer away. It was recently renovated and just sold like 12 days ago.
So I'm going to do something a little creative here.
Yep.
I mean, you have $80K for a wholesale fee.
Yeah.
I mean, would you entertain taking a lower wholesale fee? And that, because I mean, this is a high wholesale fee, and as a wholesaler myself, yeah, I know, and like I'm looking at the meat of the bones. So I'm just gonna go in for the kill if this is cool, because Emma's licking her chops. She's like, "Come on, let's go."
I'm ready to offer on this deal too, I think. So go ahead, Mark.
So I'm gonna say, hey, let's just cut the BS. I'm not gonna give you a wholesale fee. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go take this property. We're gonna take care of it all. And then what's going to happen, you don't have to do nothing, because I want you wholesaling and bringing deals. I want you bringing flips and that kind of stuff. You just have an equity in there because you said it's a good deal. So let's put money where your mouth is. And what we'll do is we'll do the rental. And when we sell it, you'll get a 50-50 split of the profit.
Okay. Thank you for the offer, Mark. Really appreciate that.
Now, we are going to move to the final offer stage shortly, but I got to circle back and get back to the blue corner to see if there's any communication that Matt wished to bring to this conversation.
No, I'm just going to eat my popcorn.
All right. So with that said, let's get right to it. Emma versus the 7-2. We're going to move to the final stage. I'm going to give it to Emma to do her first swing at this pitch. Emma, what do you have to say to Tyler tonight?
Yeah, honestly, I think it was a great pitch. I will be very honest with you. I'm of the same mindset as Mark. I think the wholesale fee is maybe a bit too juicy. At the end of the day, if I have to do all of the work for the renovation, put it on the market, do all this kind of stuff, and I'm not making at least the same return as a wholesaler, to me, it's not an equal deal. You know what I mean? That's my general opinion of it. That said, if you can wholesale this deal and get 80 grand, maybe you don't want to take the deal from us today if you feel confident in that. That said, I would very much be willing to match or partner with Mark in terms of his offer. No wholesale fee off the top, but we will put in the legwork and we will have our teams conduct start to finish and pay out 50% from a profit perspective, but 80K up front for a wholesale fee on this deal for where we're at. I don't necessarily know if that makes a ton of sense for us, but I'm happy to match or partner with Mark.
All right, let's bring it to the 7-2. What do you have to share to Tyler tonight?
Well, I'm just happy Emma agreed with what I was saying. I thought I was here going to, but no, I like it's you know what? I love what Emma said. Like it's the velocity of money. Okay. If you can get 80K, run, go. That's amazing. If someone's willing to do that, that's fine. Because there are people that will do that. Okay. I just cannot do that. And so, if Emma feels like there's an opportunity for even a partnership and so forth, I'm prepared to take it one step further and say, Emma, myself, and I'll get conditional to my partner's approval and their money. But I think we can, if it works out behind the scenes with the numbers, I think we can, if Tyler wants to take an equity split, I'm good with partnering with Emma on that.
Okay, well,
I'm going to take it to Tyler. Tyler, the floor is yours. You've heard from Emma. You've heard from Mark. Matt is chewing his proverbial popcorn. Tyler, what do you have to say tonight?
Hey, guys, really do appreciate the feedback along with the offers. Definitely some good insight. Obviously, we want to make sure there's enough meat on the bone. My asking price was also $500. If you guys were looking to make an offer just strictly with the wholesale fee, I'd be interested in that. I'm going to turn these down. I apologize, but I'm main focus is wholesaling. I work in a wholesaling business, and I want to stay committed to our team. I don't want to spend any time partnering up. I know you guys said it'd make it sound nice and simple, but there's still some work on the side that I would have to do, which would distract me from wholesaling. So thank you for the offers.
I just want to correct, work on the side. I just want to make sure of that. I was just going to say, hey, we'll just send you the check when it's done.
Yeah, that's my thoughts too. But honestly, at the end of the day, look, I will tell you, I do respect the fact that it is very easy in today's day and age to get distracted and have shiny object syndrome. So, as much as I would love to make a deal with you tonight, I can respect the fact that, you know, you got a one-track mind, and this is the thing that's making you money, and it is what it is. So, you know, respect that grind, and I hope you, like, I genuinely do hope that you wholesale this for that fee, because it's juicy enough. You know what I mean?
I agree with Emma, and you know what, Tyler, you're a stud. I respect you. I mean, I like to deal with people I know, like, and trust. Hence why I offered that. So keep up the great work, man. You're an absolute rock star when it comes to wholesaling. So good luck with this one.
Tyler, thank you so much for coming on tonight. I want to give you a moment to share with everybody any thoughts that you wish to tell the viewers who are watching.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone in the Cashflow Tribe community. This is actually amazing that for people to be able to watch this type of stuff for free is absolutely amazing. So definitely appreciate the opportunity to be on here. If you want to follow me on Instagram, add me on Facebook. It's Tyler LaBreche. My main focus right now is wholesaling. So if you're looking for deals, definitely reach out to me. I do pretty well all across Southwestern Ontario. So looking forward to connecting.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Tyler, for coming on. We look forward to seeing what the development of this deal comes down to in the coming days, and we wish you nothing but the best. Thanks so much, Tyler. Now we are going to go on to the next phase, where we're going to go into the dugout. We're going to dive deep into these discussions, but before we do, I got to get the opinions of everybody. Emma, what are your thoughts on this pitch?
Honestly, in my opinion, I thought it was a great pitch. Very well presented, extremely thorough. Look, he knew what he wanted. I think it didn't work out today for any of us, which, you know, I guess for Mark and I is a bit of a bummer, because we definitely would have done this deal. But overall, I think if someone is using this as an example who might come on the show, like, this was, in my opinion, well thought out, well presented. He knew the rents, he knew the market. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't offer on a deal if I didn't feel it was solid. And with that being said, look, based on the intro of Tyler, there's also something to be said for, there's the deal, but then you're also investing to a partner, into this person, right? Like, Mark and I would not be offering if we didn't feel confident in Tyler. And I can tell you right now, this guy has balls, because nobody quits their 6-figure job 2 months before they're about to be a Red Seal trade. He bet on himself, and he has had tremendous results. And to me, I'm willing to take a slight risk on someone like that, because he's willing to bet on himself, and his results have been tremendous. So in my opinion, it was a great pitch.
That's awesome. I want to hear from the 7-2. How do you feel about this as well?
No, it was good. You know what? I have attention deficit disorder, so it's just like, get to it. Give me the numbers. Like, and I know Ben's the same way. Like, just get to it. And I love that. It was clear, concise. The way that report was, I liked it. It made sense to me. And it was like Emma said, he was clear with what you wanted. But you come on the pitch, it could change. Could be a pivot. There's one thing I do want to comment, though, if I may, and that's looking at the comments that were coming down. And like, there was a lot of comments I saw saying, oh, the wholesale fee is too high. Is it greedy? And this kind of stuff. Hey, you know what? If you're getting a deal as an investor and there's meat on the bone, does it really make a difference? So you can't go to the wholesaler and say they're greedy, because if there's still equity in the deal, it doesn't matter if there's a $200,000 wholesale fee on there.
Yeah,
it really doesn't matter. However, I take issue if there's a deal and there's a wholesale fee put on it that overinflates it, that it's at an MLS or retail. Then it's like, okay, so that would be just my point. So you know what? So yeah, could it be greedy? Some may say that, but once you're doing the wholesaling and there's meat on the bone and you know what your investors want, it's speed, and that's it. So I just want to make that comment. So I don't want to take anything away from Tyler. I respect him, and I would buy deals from him. So
totally understood. And I think like the biggest picture we're trying to understand here is it's not about whether or not the wholesale fee is huge. Is it a deal? Yes or no? And if it's a deal, then we can have a conversation on that side, regardless of what the assignment fee is. But I do got to give it back to the blue corner. I hope you've enjoyed your popcorn. I got to hear from you. Do you have any insight, any thoughts that you would share to the audience based on what you've kind of observed in the conversation?
Yeah, so definitely, first things first, I think Tyler did a great job with his pitch. I think he was very organized. I think it was very effective, and definitely appreciated how clear and concise he was, and the fact that he really stuck to his business model. I think that that's something that really shows a certain level of conviction and confidence behind what it is you're doing. And I think at the end of the day, there's so many different ways that you can interpret or view things that I understand every person's perspective. But, I think Tyler's hustling, he's grinding, and he's really crushing it when it comes to real estate investing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so here we are tonight for the pitch. We had two people step up to the mound. No deals were transacted or shook on tonight, but relationships are always budding. Conversations are always happening. I have absolutely no doubt that the conversation will continue after the stream. As a matter of fact, it will definitely continue into the dugout. And so I got to announce the winner for those who have signed up with the basic membership at cashflowtribepitch.com. But before we move over to the dugout, I got to remind y'all, Cashflow Tribe is the community that you need to be a part of. If you're looking for more conversations, more deal making, more understanding of what it looks like to become a real estate investor, we highly recommend you check out Cashflow Tribe, because this is the #1 community in real estate. We are based on results, transparency, impact, and community. And so I'm going to go right here and announce the winner. I got to give it to Zane Merchant. Zane Merchant, you are the winner. We look forward to reaching out to you. I'm going to email you with the prize. Congrats to you. But before we go, we are going into the dugout. We're looking forward to seeing you there. Emma, I want to give you an opportunity to share any last words to the audience here. Well, it's been a pleasure having you on. Anything you want to share?
Yeah, first and foremost, thank you guys so much for having me on. Mark, Matt, thank you guys so much for being my co-guest tonight. It was awesome to be on here with you guys. I think my final words are, 1, be like Tyler, believe in yourself, hustle, work your ass off. And if you do that, you can be very, very, very successful in this industry. And 2, if you're coming onto this show and you're going to be in this den with these people, you better come prepared and come prepared to make a deal happen, right? So if you're going to be here, come with a couple different strategies, understand how you can work to get this deal done, but be prepared. That's my only advice.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Emma. And Mark, the 7-2 mindset investor, give it to the people the only way you know how. What do you have to say to the audience tonight?
Yeah, I want to say it was awesome. You know what? To have to be side by side with Emma and Matt. I mean, anytime Ben wants me to pinch hit from any day of the week, I'll be here, which is awesome. And the thing about this is my advice to the pitchers that are going to come on here. If you believe in your deal, you will fight like hell to make sure. Because remember, we have to put our money somewhere. So who needs who more? Where's the balance of power? So if you have to have that confidence, you have to come prepared. If you want our money, you got to go for it. You got to fight like hell to get it. Otherwise, it's not a good deal. So that's my advice for people.
That's it. And from the blue corner, Matt, anything to say before we head on out?
It's always fun getting to see additional deals and pitches. Really want to encourage everyone at home to apply to come on a future episode of The Pitch. We always love getting to analyze these deals. And what people need to understand is this is an iterative process. So regardless of whether you succeed tonight, just having having forced yourself to do some homework and prepare a little will really help you with the next phase, the next time, the next deal. And if you can really take this as either like I'm going to win or I'm going to learn, if you can have that mentality, there's no risk in coming on the pitch.
It's only up from here. And so I want to encourage you that if you are looking to be on the pitch, check out the information down below in the description box, or go to cashflowtribepitch.com. There may be some information on there as well. Go to the information down below in the description box if you want to sign up and you want to be on. I think it's a great nugget that Matt mentioned. It's to win or to learn. Either way, it's up for you. And so I got to give a special thanks to Emma, to Mark for being on tonight. We hope this is the first of many, as I know it is already for Mark. But I want to thank you, the audience, the viewers, for coming on. Keep it locked here every week at 7:30. We're going to come to you with more heat, more deals, more conversations, and more action. And I want to thank Peter Klosko and the team for putting this together. And until next time, I'll catch y'all in the dugout. Peace and love.